This article is a prime example of this media push for diversity where we already had it before. Oh yeah, we already had it before. And no, I'm not going to rail on Danny John-Jules in this one. It's okay. The cat is safe. He's one of the good ones. Hello, everyone. I am MechaRandom42, your favorite YouTube harpy, the one, the only original, one of the good ones. I mean, one of the good people in the entertainment industry who has a level head and a decent amount of intelligence. They're using his statements here. They're saying, yes, Red Dwarf is a bastion of TV diversity. Yes, it is. And it was never one of those things where it was an issue. And this is exactly what he says in this article. At first, I got sent this. I'm like, oh no, what now? We got people going, oh, and we need more diversity and this and that and all this stuff. Because you know who those people are who are usually screaming the loudest for diversity.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, just shut up, Brie.
Just see people, I just play people.
And that's the point. We just see these characters as people. They're space bums. One of them is a pissy hologram. One's a cat. It was never a question of what they looked like on the outside because we're in a science fiction setting. We're coming out of a day and age where, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people I actually paid attention to. The 60s, the civil rights movement, all that stuff. I treat people more equally, and I tend to give it right back. If I get crap, I give it right back to people regardless of their physical appearance or anything like that. And that is what I really want to get back to. I want to get back to this whole equality because watching Red Dwarf, I never looked at it like, oh, I'm not an ist because I like Red Dwarf. No, I looked at it as I like British comedy and some of the sci-fi stuff that comes out of here from time to time, depending on what it is. I'm not just going to watch anything that's sci-fi. I'm not going to watch anything that's comedy either. But I liked this, and I wasn't liking it because of how they looked on the out. I mean, well, Craig Charles did look pretty nice on the out with the hair. Ooh, and he had the long dreadlocks and the leather jacket and the gloves. Oh, that was a good look. Like season 5. Okay, maybe I was watching it a little bit. But it was never just like a blanket thing. You know, you never look at people.
Just see people.
For anything other than just the people they are and the characters they play. And that's how I like to treat people and see them. And the fact that these articles are still out there trying to drum up this modern agenda crap. We got it. We understood. Red Dwarf was always this. It was never a civil rights movement show. It was just a show about a bunch of characters. It was just a show about a bunch of space bums and a hologram and a robot and a cat. That was it. It was very much a guy show. It's the boys from the Dwarf. Come on. And I liked it because of that. I didn't feel excluded because I'm a white American girl watching it. No, I can find representation in anything. I can find characters to identify with in anything. The Inquisitor. How many people actually took that and looked and said, hey, how can I justify my own existence? What have I actually contributed? How many people actually used some of the lessons in these? And I know it's just a dumb sci-fi show about a space romp and fun stuff. How many people took that show as a way to improve their own lives, to justify their own existence? Like, hey, Lister, there's one line, it really sticks with me. I had brains and I didn't use them. I didn't apply myself. I didn't use them. How many people identified with that? I certainly did. I know for me, I take life lessons out of science fiction, human interactions in these, human-alien robot interactions, human-alien robot hologram, kitty cat people interactions, that type of stuff. You take interactions, you take the experiences, you take the science fiction, you take any fiction, and you apply it and adapt it to your own life. And it doesn't matter what people look like on the outside. All right, let's hear what he says. And no, I'm not going to rail on him because it's the freaking writers. It's these writers. The long-running British sitcom Red Dwarf should be held up as a bastion of diversity in television, one of the stars has said. Speaking to the Radio Times to promote a feature-length episode of the show to be aired 32 years after the series debuted, and I will be watching that one. It's coming out April 7th. I'm going to do my best to watch it. Danny John-Jules, who plays the cat, and he was the chilly down guy in Labyrinth. You guys remember him. said the comedy's unique format and diverse casting was totally ahead of its time. Exactly, it was. It was. And it was not so much that it was ahead of its time, it was all... Oh, I love you, Danny. I love you. All this rubbish they're talking about diversity today makes me laugh through my teeth, he said. 50% of its cast were black. You never had a person's color mentioned once. 32 years later, we're still doing that. Exactly. It's not about the stupid superficial crap. And that is the biggest point that they don't get in Star Trek. They don't get that in modern day anything. They're so attached to what people look like on the outside. And that is not what true human equality is about. You know, and I get it. It comes from a point where you see, like in the entertainment industry, and you go into a writer's room or you go into an executive office in the productions, and it's all a bunch of middle-aged white males, and that is pretty much how Hollywood and the movie business is. Real life isn't exactly like that. Real life, you see all walks of life of people. You are friends with, you interact with all walks of life of people. You don't treat one person differently based on how they look versus another person, you know? I like what I say. I do. I'm proud. I am proud to be a fan of this show. I am proud to be a fan of this show that does not have its head up its own ass. For once. It's not like Star Trek goddamn assing Discovery.
The answer is no. Thanks a lot. No. I'm a nerd. She's a nerd too. Nerd! Nerd!
And it just gives you a show plot synopsis, set aboard the Red Dwarf spaceship, 3 million years in the future. It's a mining ship. The guy gets locked up. He's quarantined. The cat that he smuggles on ship ends up evolving. That's how we have a humanoid cat. Everybody's dead except for, you know, the reanimation hologram of the crew member that he spent the most time with. And they pick up a robot along the way. It's a fun show. Watch it. It's really good. And I probably can't really play the clips. I don't know how BBC is anymore with their copyright, but definitely check out the clip. It's good. I don't want to give you the spoiler if you haven't seen it, but if you're watching my video on Red Dwarf, you've already seen. There isn't a lot to this article, but I did want to applaud and praise. I wanted to give you guys a good video for a change. I really, really did. Because I will be railing on a Star Trek article very, very soon. And that was a bunch of gobbledygook that just makes my head explode. Oh, I'm not even kidding. Stay tuned for that video. I will definitely be making that one very, very soon. But no, thank you so much, Danny John-Jules and the boys from the Dwarf for being reasonable in a time and a day and age where we need some reason, some logic, some intellect. Why is Red Dwarf smarter than Star Trek now? I have no idea. Red Dwarf is a better, smarter, more intelligently written, gives you more of the human experience. This episode right here that they link here, this episode, the Inquisition episode, the Inquisitor, when he comes in, that is more of a philosophical debate than you see on anything in modern Star Trek. And here's where I'm going to start ranting. Because as you guys know, Star Trek was the thing that really got me off my butt to start talking entertainment and pop culture. That was the last straw for me. And when we do have good things like Red Dwarf, I do want to praise them for being just that. And just being a continuation of the thing that we already like. They're not coming in and changing a lot of stuff. They're not coming in and saying, oh, it's not diverse enough. It's not this. It's not that. Because what are you going to do? Just replace the males? Because it's a show of all males. There's not a lot of women on there. Yeah, you had the Kachansky seasons, but how long was she on? She was on a little too long for my taste. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!